Well, hi there, pluckers. Ivor Saltfingers back with you again, hopefully with a new interesting lesson. This one is my take on the classic James Bond theme. Okay, so I'm in standard tuning, no capos, and I'm doing it in the original key of E minor. Hopefully you will have seen my demo of this lesson I made a couple of days ago. So I'm going to hopefully show you what I played in that demo, okay, and the way I played it. There are different ways of playing this song, different fingerings and such, but I'm going to show you the way I did it, okay. So the first thing I need to show you is the backing rhythm guitar, okay. So I used a looper pedal and I just recorded my backing rhythm, and then I played the lead lines over the top. So if you haven't got a looper, or you've got a friend, handy friend, all I was doing for about 99% of the backing is this. All the way through, okay? So what am I doing there? I'm starting off with an E minor chord, and I'm just playing the 5th string, the A string, and then I'm strumming downwards the rest of the chord. Okay. The second shape is a C major 7, C major 7th shape, and all I do there is I put my first finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and my second finger goes to the 3rd fret on the 5th string. Okay, just like that. And you play the 5th string again, and then just strum the rest of the chord. Okay, it should sound like that. So now you've got. Then we play the 3rd chord, which is like an E minor 6, and by adding, just leave those 2 fingers where they are, okay, don't take them off or anything, just leave them there. Add your 3rd finger to that 4th fret of the A string, hit that note and strum the chord. Okay, so now you've got. Then take that finger off and play the C major 7th again. Hit the 3rd fret of the 5th string, strum. And it just repeats. The whole thing goes round and round and round, okay? So that's for 99% of the song, I reckon, apart from a little bit where it stops in the bridge section in the middle of the song there. So that's the rhythm for you, okay? So now we move on to the iconic guitar twang. Okay, now I usually would play this with my pick further back towards the bridge to give it a bit more of a twang to it. Okay, but just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm just show you it played here. Okay, so it starts off with a single hit on the bottom E string open, then it's the 2nd fret of the bottom E string. That dun da da dun dun. Then take that 2nd finger, 2nd fret off, leave the bottom E string open again. Alright, so dun dun dun, like 3 downstrokes on that bottom E string. Do a minute pause, then you hit the bottom E string again and go up to the 3rd fret bottom E string. So you got. Okay, and then back down to the 2nd fret, 3 downstrokes on that, and you start all over again. Okay, so it's. Start all over again. I've come to the third time. This is where it changes at the end of the third time, but it starts off the same. Now this is where it changes. On the third one, after you've done that third fret of the bottom E string, you go second fret bottom E, first fret bottom E, open bottom E. Okay, so you've got third time is okay. Then we go to the fourth string, the D string, first fret, then the open fourth string, D. Okay, so now you've got third time, and then finally second fret fifth string, A string, open fifth A string, and then back to the second fret on the A string. Okay, so the third time is okay, so the whole thing slowly. Okay, and then you do another one of those, the whole thing, so you repeat that whole thing twice. Okay, so let's do it twice together slowly. Then there's a bit of a pause, and the backing is doing that, and it does two lots of that. When you finished your second run through that riff, there's two lots of that going on. Just so a bit of a break for you to play the next part. And we come in with the next part, which is also done on brass, but this is sorry, that bit. Okay, so that's the next phrase. Okay, so what we do there, starting off with the second fret of the fourth string, open third, then you go second string, fourth fret, third fret. Okay, so got that. Right, second on the fourth, open third, then the fourth fret of the second to the third fret on the second. Then we play the open third, then we go to the third fret of the third string, and then the fourth fret of the third string. Okay, so you got okay. Now comes a little bit of a tricky bit. There's a hammer-on, pull-off type thing. So as an open third hammers into the second fret, and then pull it off to open. And then we play the fourth fret of the fourth string, the D string. So far. Okay, as far as we got, slowly. So here we go, slowly. Okay, and that's finished off with this. That's the second on the fifth, second on the fourth, and then finally the fourth fret of the fifth string, the A string. So the whole first bit is then we start the second one off exactly the same way. Now this is where it changes. So it's slightly different. The last three notes are different this time. Second on the fifth, first on the fourth, second on the fourth. So those two riffs together are okay, got that. Then what we do is we basically play the same thing as we just played, but on a higher octave. Okay, so what am I doing now? Starting on the ninth fret of the third string, then we go to the 8th fret of the second string, to the 11th fret of the top E string, and then the 10th fret of the top E. Okay, so it's then we do this 8th fret of the second, 6th fret of the top E, 7th fret of the top E. Okay, so now you've got now we've got this little tricky pull off and hammer on bit. It's probably easier doing it on these strings. It's 8th fret of the second string, hammers up to the 10th fret, and then pulls off back to the 8th. Right, so that's, and then you pull that finger off, literally, and it makes its own pick. Right? Okay, then you go down to the 7th fret of the second string. So slide it down or pick down, whatever you want to do. Right, so now you've got it's all in one movement, really. Okay, got that. So I mean, you could pick that if you wanted to, you go, but it doesn't sound quite the same. Okay, so it's up to you. Got that. So it's like, and then a slide down from 8 to 7 on that top second string, sorry. Alright, then we do this bit. So I'm now playing the 9th fret of the 4th string, and the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and finishing up on that 6th fret of the 3rd string. So the whole phrase finishing on that 6th fret of the 3rd, then you do repeat, same all the way up to here, so exactly the same up to that point, and the final bit is that's that 9th fret of the 4th to the 8th fret of the 3rd to the 9th fret on the 3rd. So put those two together. Okay, so you do one lot down here and then one lot up here. Okay, then we come to this sort of bridge section, right, which is right, the way I was playing was that's the way I was playing it, right? So I'm using my first finger and my pinky. You could use your third finger. Okay, so first finger's playing the 7th fret of the 5th string, okay, the A string, and whichever other finger you were using, I'm using my pinky, I'm playing the 9th fret of the 3rd string, okay, and this first finger is sort of leaning over towards the fretboard a bit, and it mutes the 4th string. So I'm just trying to play the 5th string and the 3rd string, and the 4th string will be muted by the back end of this first finger, hopefully. Should sound like that. Okay, and all you do is you go from that position up to 2 frets up, and now I'm doing the same thing on the 9th fret of the 5th string and the 11th fret of the 3rd string. Okay, so and then you go back to that one and back to that one, so it's got that, so it's quite right. So up 2 on the first one, and then you do a bit of a pause and then do another one, then up to this one, then back to that one, and then back to that one. Okay, okay, and then what you do is then you go up 1 fret, same shape, same 2 fingers, 10th fret of the 5th string and 12th fret of the 3rd string. So it's so 2, bit of a pause, then another 3rd, okay, then back to the one on the 9th, to the 7th, and then back to the 9th. So it's got that. Okay, so I'm just playing the 5th string, 4th string and 3rd string, but the 4th string's muted by the back of this first finger because it's just resting on it. Okay, got that? And you play that twice. You play that whole thing twice. Okay. Now comes the break that goes sort of. Okay, very, very simple the way I play it. I'm just playing, all I'm doing is I'm fretting my first finger, whichever finger really, 2nd fret top E string, and I'm playing like 4 downwards. Right? So I'm playing it up. Right? 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 So it's like that sort of thing, okay? So you play one lot with that top E string 2nd fret, and then open, right? And then you hit in between. You hit that 2nd fret of the 5th string, just a single note. Okay, so okay, got that? So you got. Okay, that's all that is as far as my version anyway. So that's just that single finger top E string, 2nd fret, then all strings open, top 4 strings, and then play the 2nd on the 5th, again, and again. And then basically the backing takes over and it's doing the usual thing where it goes twice. And And then you come into the main riff again, the famous bit, and you play that twice, as you did right at the beginning of the song, yeah? Again. And then the ending, okay? Now the ending is quite interesting. It starts off with the, remember the riff we did down here? The first part of that riff, second on the fourth, open third, fourth on the second, third on the second, yeah? The second part is open third, open second, second fret of the top E to the first fret of the top E. Got that? Third string open, second string open, top E, second fret, first fret, top E. So you got slowly. Right. The next part is third string on the fourth fret, third fret of the second, top E string, sixth fret to the fifth fret. So you got, okay, so far we've got this ending. The final one is something that you did on the phrase when we were doing the octave higher up phrase. The first part you played in that. So that's the 9th fret of the third, 8th fret of the second, 11th fret of the top E to the 10th fret of top E. So now you've got and there comes the magical chord, that, right at the end of the song. And that is like a diagonal fingering, starting with the first fret, first finger, 7th fret of the second string, B string, second finger's playing the 8th fret of the third string, the third finger's playing the 9th fret of the fourth string, and my pinky is playing the 10th fret of the fifth string, the A string. Okay, and this is all to your personal taste. You can just strum the fretted strings 5 down to 2, which I think that's probably what's on the record, I'm not sure. Just 5, 4, 3 and 2, or you could add the bottom E to it if you wanted to. Bottom E string open, but I think on the record it's just 5, 4, 3, 2. Or you could play the top E as well, but that doesn't sound right, but so don't do that. So just 5 down to 2, or you could add the bottom E if you wanted to as well. Okay, and that's it. And if you want the name of this chord, it's E minor major 9. Okay, apparently. So there you have it, boys and girls. My take on the iconic James Bond theme, as played on my acoustic guitar. Okay, playing the brass bits as well as the iconic guitar bit. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed that. I say either record your own backing or get your friend to play that classic that bit, yeah. Because that goes underneath obviously the main riff and that bit, and also that's underneath all that as well. Okay, and then and also during this bit. It's played during that bit as well. The only time it stops is when it goes and it starts again. Nice easy job for somebody playing the rhythm to this song. Well, thanks very much for watching this, and as I said, see you soon for the next lesson. Bye for now.